Alright, there's a video out there regarding the Kenneka Jenkins case, and I think it's a computer-generated graphic. There's surveillance footage, and these people have put somebody into the video. Okay, see there's a person right there, it looks like, and then somebody else comes in right there, and then that person ducks back, and then the other person's still there, and then they kind of move out a little bit too. But I just think it's all computer generated, okay? Because the actual, there's a couple things that are weird. Like there's the head, look how long that arm is. This person's too big, okay? So here's how I would go about making something like this, okay? So let me move this out of the way here. Put this back in. So here's what it really looks like. There's actually a door that's shut right there. I'm not sure if it's an actual door or elevator or what this is leading to, but it's actually a door. Okay. So here's a motion capture program that I have. This is me over here wearing some Sony moves and so forth, and I'm recording my movements and applying it to a 3D character. Okay. I'm using this character in another case, but I'll use it for this one. Okay, and I've captured the motion. I export out the motion. Then in 3D Studio Max, I import that same FBX file in, and I can render it out. Okay, I think I can render this really quick, so let's try to do it. Alright, so this is what it looks like. You know, see the person bending down. And hopefully it'll be pretty quick. They stand up, and then they take their hand. The motion was unrelated to the case that I'm using the character on. Alright, but then they throw the object. Alright, so we're on frame 130, 140 now. You can see up here, it's a pretty quick render, but I'm rendering it out as a PNG file, and that stores the alpha channel, which is everything but the 3D object. Okay, and you can subtract that out later. Alright, so he's thrown the object, and I'll just stop it right there. Okay. Alright, so let's go back over to Photoshop, and let's show you how we make the mat that will be used to put that character in that I just rendered out. Okay, so here's a still frame from the surveillance footage, and what I would do, let me zoom in a little bit in the door area here. This is how I do it. I know there's other techniques using different types of mats, they're called, but I would, let's see, try to avoid some of the red up there, grab the door area, come down, maybe add some below, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to make this a layer. I am going to select the inverse of this, delete it. So now we just have this as part of the mat. Then I'm going to subtract out the actual door itself. And it's hard to actually see the angle of that door, but let's just assume it's that right there. And I'll delete it, and there you go. Alright, so now we've got, the door is empty. There's nothing in it, it's just blanks. These checker means it's transparent, this checker design right here. Alright, so now I'm going to create another layer, but I'm going to put it behind it, and then I'll make it so it fits in. So I'm going to try to get it to fit right in that little, so it's right behind that hole there, and I'm going to fill it with a color that I got from here so it really looks similar. As a matter of fact, I'll just do it again. I'll grab you know, that color right there, and then I'm going to fill it And now that sort of looks natural to the scene. Alright? So now I've got that layer and this layer. They're connected. And I'm going to save this out. And let's just call it Surveillance 3. Right there. Alright. And now I'm going to show you how this works in the Adobe Premiere editing software. Alright, now we're in Adobe Premiere. Alright, and let me try to, I'm going to make it so we can see what's going on a little bit better here. Here's the actual surveillance footage right here, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to import these layers in. And we call that the number 3 there. And I'm going to import just the layers. And sorry about that, my dog's growling if you can hear that in the background. Alright, so I'm going to bring these layers in. Here is the layer, you'll see it right here. What? See that? This is a layer with the open door in it. Alright, so you can't see it because it matches perfectly when you unhide it. Alright, now I'm going to put the darkness behind it. So now we've got, that's the dark blob, but it's hidden by the mask above it. And so there we go. If I hide the darkness that I put in, you can see the normal door that's behind it. So let's keep the darkness in, and then I'm going to move up the outermost layer, one layer, and this space right in here will be where I'm going to put in the animation. So I'm going to import that in, and it's right here, and you import the image sequence. Alright, so I'm going to bring that in. So this is actually going to be an animation. So I'm going to put this in the scene. Alright, so there we have it. It's in the scene. And right now he's too big, right? I mean, obviously he's too big. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink him way down. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe that size. And I'm going to slide him up. And now you can see that he's kind of almost in the right spot, but he's way too big again. So that looks about right there. Looks mildly reasonable. Alright, so I'm going to put him, so right there you see him coming out from behind the mat, but I'll keep him just inside so he looks like he's in a space. Okay? And then at this point I will reduce the opacity to make them, sort of fade in a little bit into the darkness. Alright, and let's see what happens here. See that? Ooh, wow, he threw something to somebody else in the elevator. And there she comes. But you see how there's an animation going on now. So there's before the mat was there, and then boom, the animation. Okay, so I think this is kind of what's going on in the video that was released that shows somebody there. It's totally bogus. Okay, I believe that it actually, there's nothing there at all, and this is what it looks like. Alright, that's what the real video looks like right there. Okay, but as you can see, it's not that hard to actually make a video that looks like somebody is in there. I could spend a lot more time on it, apply filters and so forth to really make everything kind of blend together nicely, but I'm not going to do that for this video. It's just a simple video put together to show you how it works. Alright, so for all you rodeo clowns out there that are still trying to sell this garbage, quit doing it. Just look at facts and go with that. Thank you.